Hey everyone, Peschu here, and today we will talk about the last two commonly used non-price determinants of demand, which are your preferences and your demographic changes, or otherwise known as population-related changes. Now, the reason I'm putting these under a common bracket is that they are very similar and you need to simply apply common sense to figure out what is going to happen to demand. They both can have positive and negative effect on the demand, and if the effect is positive, so if positive impact, then what you are likely to observe is an increase in the demand, and graphically we illustrate this as a shift of the demand curve to the right. So this is D0, it increases and it shifts to the right. This is D1. And if negative impact, if negative impact, then the effect of that will be a decrease in the demand, and hopefully you can guess that the demand curve will be shifted to the left. So this is the old demand curve. This is the new one. And this illustrates a decrease in demand. This illustrates an increase in demand. So how do we analyze this? Well, preferences is very straightforward. When something becomes trendy or fashionable, then we are likely to see an increase in the demand. If something loses its trendiness and becomes less fashionable, we are likely to observe a decrease in the demand. Let's say, items that have seasonal demand, for example, winter jackets. During summer, we are likely to observe a decline in the demand for jackets. And during winter, we're likely to observe an increase in the demand for jackets. And you probably can come up with other examples, that kind of follow the same trend. With population changes, it's a bit, you need to see exactly what is causing the demographic changes. So, for example, if the population is increasing, we're likely to observe on average more consumers, so an increasing population can normally lead to an increase in the demand. A declining population may decrease the demand for a product. You can analyze the demographic changes, however, and for example, imagine that you have an aging population. Well, an aging population might increase the demand for certain goods that older people use and might decrease the demand for other goods that are used more by young people. Similarly, let's think of an example for that. So let's say, walking canes. Maybe as the population is aging, the demand for canes is increasing, and at the same time, demand for bicycles is declining. If you have, on the other hand, rapidly increasing young population, you can see greater demand for bicycles or skateboards, things that younger people generally would demand. Also, other things can cause changes in the population. Sometimes people might leave a country. If you have people migrating out of the country, that will affect negatively the population size, or a certain age. Maybe young people are leaving the country to study abroad, and then depending on the product that you're selling, you would have to figure out whether we have a positive or a negative effect. Other times the population might be increasing due to inflow of migrants, whether it's people coming from abroad to live or work here. Again, you would need to look at the specific case in order to see the effect of this. And for example, let's say if you want to do a commentary on an article that discusses, let's say, current migration patterns into the European Union, you can actually use the demand and the effect on the demand for specific products due to the changes of the population. That can be a very good entry-level kind of a commentary. And when you would know how demand would shift and you would add supply for a specific market, then you would be able to analyze the effect on the price and how the producers will be affected, how the industry might develop, and so on. So generally, population and preferences are two factors that there's not that much calculation that you'll be doing in relation to them, but you need to be aware of what's going on in the market or in the whole economy in order to forecast. And this is why firms need to be aware of how the demographics are changing in a country, because if they want to sell their product, they need to be aware of who's going to be willing and able to buy that product. So that's it. This video aims to complete like a short series that were discussing the non-price determinants of demand. There's 2 more videos. If you want, you can check them out. I'll include the links in the description to this video. One of the videos is on income and its relationship with demand, and the other one is on related goods, so that one includes complements and substitutes. Okay, if you liked the video, hit the like button, or even better, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again. Take care.